Ready? Let's do this. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? How is it going? A big shout out to my early birds, Ernie in Nova Scotia. We always wonder where Ernie is traveling to. Ernie, I hope your trip is going really well, and we cannot wait to see all the goodies that you have gotten from your Weavers Guild events that you have been picking up along the way. Nova Scotia, we love that. I know that Connie is on. Hello, Connie. And Gemma is here. And let's see, who else? Anne. I saw Anne from Cyprus. Hello. And Scott chimed in right there. And who else is here? Oh, you guys, Carrie is here. I love that. She said she just got back from taking my sister for a paddle in the lake and then a slap up lunch. I love that. Slap up lunch. Yeah. Let's see who else is joining us today. Sherry is here. Yay. Tiffany is here. Sam is here. I love that. Hello, Ray Humphrey. Welcome. We're so glad you're here. Okay, I'm gonna try my. We'll do it for like just a second. Look at the fancy. Look at the fancy. See? Oh, technology. It can be entertaining. I have to say, just a little bit. Hello, hello. How Donna is here. Donna Hobson. Dawn Miller is here. At least for a few minutes, she said. I can appreciate that, Dawn. No worries. Hello. Welcome. Karen Crocker is here. Maureen McQuithy. Yay. Hello. Okay, that's enough of that banner. That just gets annoying just like in a second, doesn't it? How are you? Just in case we haven't met yet, my name is Chris Acton with Acting Creative, and this is Live at the Loom. Woohoo! Yay! Every Thursday morning, well, Thursday morning my time, we do a little 45-minute get together where we talk about life and weaving and life and whatever else we come up with. It's just time for us to get together and, have our little community, a little fiber loving community. And it's a real good time. Let me just tell you, I always look forward to it. Kathy Stevens is here. Jody Ibarra is here. Ellen is here. Yay. Ellen is here with her coffee. Ellen, I bet if we took a poll for how many weeks I've done Live at the Loom and how many weeks Ellen has shown up with a cup of coffee, it's a really high number. Let's just say the percentage would be off the charts, and we love that. Thank you, Ellen, my dear friend, who I'm going to see tomorrow. Oh, I'm excited about that. Hello, Lillian is here from Connecticut. Awesome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, how are you? How are things? It is rainy and gray here. It is going to be ideal napping weather here in Northwest Indiana for like the next week. Yeah, so we'll see how much I get done. We'll see how much I actually accomplish with the gray, rainy weather. Now, I'm happy to report that my tomatoes are hanging on. They're, of course, not turning nearly as quickly as before, but they're hanging on. I have a lot of green ones that I'm hoping might turn before we have a frost. We'll see. I'll keep posted on that. Hello, Sue Ann from Seattle, and Cynthia, hello from North Carolina. We love that. There we go. Ray says, waddles over to set the kettle. Yes. Yes. I recommend a hot beverage always. I am using my favorite mug from Laura. Well, the mug is from Laura Cook. Laura Miser was the one who hooked me up with the mug. It's just my favorite. The shape, the design, you can't tell, but the inside's supposed to be like a teal color. Yes, my folks. Yes, my friends. That is one of my flaws. One of my quirks. I don't wash my mug very often. I'm so sorry. You can judge. It's okay. I judge me. It's okay. Sue Ann says we have lots of green tomatoes here too. I'm just hoping. What I've learned, and you tell me if you have something different, but I've learned if I pick them when they're completely green, they're not going to turn. But if they have just even the tiniest little bit of color, if I bring them inside, they'll turn. They'll ripen. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. So, tell me how your week has been. What is happening in your corner of the world? Last Saturday, we did a little in-person show over at Three Moons. Oh, it was great fun. Thank you so much to anyone, if any of you joined me, came out to see. It was just a blast. We had such a good time. It was, it was called the Female Fiber Artist Show. And it was myself and was there, I think there was maybe 8 of us, maybe 9 of us. So not a huge kind of amount of vendors, but her space isn't real big anyways because we were indoors. And it was myself and Susan Atwell, who's a brilliant dyer, and Terry Guthrie, who does spinning, and who else? Peggy Reed, who does all these cool little needle felting things, and Shelby, who does some dyeing. I mean, it was just this great, like they were all Indiana girl power fiber artist show. It was really, really fun. So I'm hoping that we'll do a little more of that in the future because we had a blast. I sat there with my little pinwheel project on my table loom and just went to town. It was really, really fun. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Dawn says you can clean coffee and tea stains with denture tablets. Isn't that smart? Do you know what? I tend to use baking powder, real like crazy hot water, and pour in the baking powder, and then you just wipe it off. It just comes off brilliantly. Yes. Ray says the hot water kills germs. Yes. If you've not died yet, you should be fine. Mm-hmm. Ray, I'm with you. Yes, that's exactly. Yep. Mm-hmm. Sue Ann is with me on the green tomatoes. Yeah, see, I understand. Carrie says later on today, I'm going to set up my table loom as my sister wants to weave some cushion covers. The floor loom is still doing the weave along. Woohoo! Yay! We're going to talk about that in just a moment. I'm so glad, Carrie. And I love Carrie. I love that the fact that you're spreading your passion for weaving and the fiber arts. I think that's amazing. And yay, you. Ernie says if you wash the mug, you lose the richest of the flavors. Ernie, that's what I'm going to go with. It is seasoned, people. Yeah, I don't know if that's true or not, Ernie, but I love the fact that you are willing to go to bat for my dirty mug. Thank you. Ellen says having to fringe a scarf, okay, and getting ready to put another set of towels on the big loom. Was in a wearable arts open house this last weekend, which was fun. Yes, Ellen, I can't wait to hear all about it. Ellen, what's so much fun for me is that I used to do art fairs and markets all the time. And I don't do them anymore. And Ellen does still. So I love that little connection still to that kind of lifestyle and having these different events and meeting the people and the organizers. It's just, yeah, I like that. I like having, I get to live vicariously through Ellen. Now, truth be told, I don't miss it. Not really. I mean, the event last Saturday was very fun because I hadn't done anything like that in a very long time. But yeah, I don't miss it. Let's see. What else? Lillian says, wrap green tomatoes individually in newsprint type paper. Put in a dark place. Check every once in a while to turn red eventually. I used to grow 20 to 30 plants a year. Wow! To put up for winter. Lillian, that sounds like a lot. I have heard, was it last year or 2 years ago? I tried take the green tomato and put them in a brown paper bag. And I left them out on the counter for quite a while, and they never turned. I eventually threw them all in the oven, and I made a good green tomato salsa, which was delicious. But they never turned for me. I'll try that. The newspaper. Connie says I'm sitting in front of my warm wood stove with a hot cup of tea and a towel to hem. Connie, that sounds like just an idyllic kind of environment, right? That this seems very I feel like Norman Rockwell would have painted you, right? Doesn't that seem kind of like the idyllic? By the way, Connie Peterson, you get the most determined award for the October Weave Along so far, for sure. Connie has been a real trooper, and she has, let's just say that her energy into the October Weave Along and to understand the pattern, huge gold star for you, Connie. We all applaud you for hanging with it because we know. Yes. Hello, Sandra Parsons from Albuquerque. Let's see. Yes, we're talking about tomatoes. Lots of green. Yes, lots of green that have to do something. Yes. Thank you, Ellen. She says the shelves look great. It's still in the works. I don't know if you can see that I have to do something with the books, and then I got over that way my little rolls of fabric. I still have to kind of clean those up a little bit, but it's getting there. Thank you for noticing. Thank you. This is where it's fun that we meet every week because you can see the little tweaks and changes and all that kind of good stuff. Dawn says she got up to New Brunswick to visit my mother, sister, and brother-in-law for Thanksgiving. Oh, because Thanksgiving is in October. This is a Canadian thing. Is it? Correct me if I'm speaking out of the wrong side of my mouth here. She worked on 3 weaving projects and headed up to the something Fiber Arts Festival to help a friend and demo weaving. Dawn, you've had a full week. That sounds amazing. Oh, yes. Thank you. Nova Scotia. Oh, thank you. The Nova Scotia Fiber Arts. Did you see Ernie there? Ernie talks about how he's in Nova Scotia right now. Ernie, did you see Dawn? Because, what are the odds? Ray says, where I live, the tomatoes turn red so incredibly fast, it's hard to keep up. Ray, I'm sorry. Remind me where you are, my dear. Yes, we had for many weeks we had tomatoes turning red very fast, but it's yeah. Connie, see, Connie, we adore you. We're so tickled with how you've been like a dog with bone. You're like, I'm gonna get it. I love that. That is really so admirable. See, Ernie's like, yes, when is the festival? Ernie's in Nova Scotia right now. That's crazy. Laura Miza's here. Laura, I'm enjoying your mug. Yeah, Canadian Thanksgiving. Is it okay for my Canadians? Clarify for me. So Thanksgiving, I know is in October. Is it always like a specific day, like always on the 12th, or is it kind of like ours, where it's always on like the whatever Thursday or Tuesday? Fill us in, please, so we can all be more knowledgeable about our friends to the north. I love that. Yeah, Sam says Thanksgiving was the past weekend. Okay, so yes, so someone clarify for me then. How do you figure up when Thanksgiving falls? Yes, see, because I always have lovely Canadians. I love my Canadians. On there we go. Oh, Gemma knows. She says the second weekend of October. Oh, I like that. Oh, it's always on a weekend. Oh, isn't that smart? Although you don't get days off then if it's on a weekend, huh? I like that. There we go. Oh, Ray says she's in Texas. It's warm. Ray, I believe it is warm there, and your tomatoes are turning red faster than you can pick them. I believe that now. Any part of Texas, yes, that totally makes sense to me. So, let's see. Oh yeah, thank you, Vicky. Hi, Vicky. She says it's the second Monday of October. We get the Monday off. Okay, great. So is it always the second Monday? We get the Mondays free. Okay, all right. We get the Monday off for Thanksgiving weekend. I love this. This is great. So we know it's the second weekend of October, and then it's the Monday after. That's brilliant. Now we know, folks. I will be sure to wish you a very happy Thanksgiving next year because I will know that it's the second weekend of October. I love that. Excellent. So speaking of the October Weave Along, we are cruising. We are cruising along. It's so much fun. The homework this week has been to dress your loom. And I have to say, you're under no obligation to join the Facebook group, but the Facebook group is so delightful. It is the community in the Facebook group is really, they're marvelous. They really are, because what happens in the Facebook group that I think is really magical is the fact that people will post questions and images and jump in to support each other. Gemma, was it you who had the break-in at the studio? And thankfully there wasn't a lot of equipment damage, but she showed this picture and there's immediately this outpouring of support and love, and it's just a place that we can all kind of be there and bond with each other. And it's been really, really wonderful. And to go with that, I absolutely need to always give a big shout out to everyone, my small but mighty team that is helping me manage all of the October Weave Along things. So to my squad, to Sam, to Priscilla, to Bonnie, thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are miracle workers and amazing. And I love having you being so integrated into the group. And to Michelle Marshall, who is, boy, she's brilliant. She is the one who wrote our Richard Heddle instructions, and she is our official consultant. And boy, we've been making her earn her keep. That is for sure. I'm like, Michelle, can you chime in? And she just jumps in and does all the things. It's been brilliant. So it is not too late to join us if you haven't joined us in the Facebook group, or just to do the October Weave Along program. The idea is to start and finish a project in the month of October and do something with shadow weave. That's it. That's all there is. So there is still time if you want to jump in and join us for some weaving along. Yes. Lillian said they started weaving yesterday on the October Weave Along. She loves it. I'm so glad, Lillian. I'm so glad. Yeah. Ray says if you like your tomatoes roasted, you can just wait to pick them. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, right. The break-in. Yeah. Oh, Shannon's here. Hello, Shannon Cooper. How are you? Okay, what else is happening? Let's see. Oh, I know what I wanted to mention. See, there's always a list. There's always a list right here in front of me. That, we have started to do studio tours here on Live at the Loom, which has been a really great addition. I am really, really enjoying it. And, oh, thank you. Thank you, Carrie, for clarifying. It was Mercedes. Thank you. That had the break-in. Yeah. Oof. The pictures they just make you sad. Anyways, so studio tours. So once a month, I bring on one of you beautiful people and we get to see your space and just get to know you a little bit better. So next week is our October studio tour, and we are going to be chatting with the fabulous Sherry from Iowa, which is awesome. And here's just a little background about Sherry and I, which is so much fun, is that Sherry reached out to me 2 years ago, at least 2 years ago, more than 2 years ago. And she's like, Chris, my Weavers Guild in Des Moines is going to be hosting the Midwest Weaving Conference, and I want you to teach. That was basically how it went, which I love. I love that kind of conviction and kind of passion. So I was like, well, of course I will apply to teach. And so when I got there last June to Des Moines, and it was like we were long lost friends. It was fabulous. We really had a wonderful time. So we are, Sherry and I, we're going to chat online. I get to see her space next Thursday. Now, I still have some openings. We're basically going to try to plan to do one a month. And I still have some, slots in the next few months. So if you are interested, I think I need someone for December. So if you would like to come on and hang with me and chat with the group, let me know. Let me know if you would like to do that. Or if you're like, I would do it, but it's going to take me a while. So we can put you in for, July, June, whatever. It's once a month. So it's fine. So you can either respond to the comments here or just email me, whatever you're more comfortable with. So, so keep us posted. I know. See, this is our girl, Sherry, right? Sherry's going to hang with me next Thursday. So do not miss it. Make sure to put that in your calendar so that you, join us and don't miss all of that, right? Yes. Yeah. Mercedes, yes. You guys, yes. There was some damage to the space where, and I got the impression it was a public space. Mercedes isn't on today, but we'll check in with her. She said it was okay. Yeah. She said it was okay, but there were things overturned, and she shared a picture on the Facebook group, and it was just like, no, it's not. No, that's not okay, folks. Weavers have never done anything bad to you. So that's not, yeah. Yes. Oh, hi, Donna Cunningham. The Facebook group is under, here. Wait. Oh, Donna, I'm so glad you asked. Look at this. Okay, wait, here we go. Look at that. Oh, technology has its place, I have to say. It is not the end all be all, but it could be a pretty slick tool. I will just jump in there. That is the spot if you want to join us in the October Weave Along 2023 group on Facebook. Yes. And by the way, if you are brand new, just take a screenshot of that guy. But if you aren't familiar with the Weave Along at all, here is the Weave Along Central site. You can go there and find out all the lovely details, all of that goodness. Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Okay, what else? I think it's time. Oh, let me turn this. Let me take this down for us. Let's hear about your projects. How is it going? What is on your loom? I know some of you said you're working on the Shadow Weave for the October Weave Along, which makes me immensely happy. I'm kind of wearing our October Weave Along shirt. This is the shirt that I filmed all the videos in, so it's pink for our project for Breast Cancer Research Foundation. We're raising money for that, which I love that. I just, we're not going to do it every October, but this is, I feel like it's October. It's breast cancer awareness, and we've all been affected. So we're going to do it this October. We're going to do it upright. So let me know how your projects are going. What is happening? Jody, who is our yarn provider over at Cotton Clouds. Do you guys know Jody? Jody, everyone, Jody. Jody Ibarra is she is the person behind the lovely Cotton Clouds. She said she already finished her Weave Along towels. It went so fast once you got going. It kind of does, right? You just kind of get in the groove, the two shuttles back and forth. That's awesome. So yes, if you haven't met Jody, she's delightful. She's someone you want to know. So, Jody Ibarra, let me know. Would you be up for maybe a tour of your place? Ooh, that'd be fun, wouldn't it? Yes. Here we go. Maureen says, I am making Shadow Weave mug rugs and also a color weave sampler on my other loom. Maureen, I love that. Now, Maureen, tell me this. What are your kind of requirements for a mug rug? I know they're not usually very big, but do you have a certain size you aim for? Does it have to be a certain density? Yeah. Jody says the shadow weave reminds me of an escalator. It does kind of. Someone asked me if it was an escalator. Was it escalator? Elevator? Escalator. It must have been an escalator pattern. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I like that though. Here we go. Sherry says, I finally finished my Deborah Jarko shawl from July. Was this the color shawl, Sherry? Is that right? That is awesome. I'm sure it was beautiful. Tamsin says, oh, you're here. Tamsin, you just jump in whenever you can, my friend. No worries. You are not late. We expected you at exactly 9:50. That's exactly when we wanted you here. That's perfect. Sam says, I'm started tying on new colors for the weave along. Higher contrast. Oh, nice. I'm enjoying learning how to juggle 2 shuttles. I love that, Sam. That's awesome. What colors are you doing this time, Sam? That's exciting. And the whole juggling 2 shuttles, I think it's fun. And there's no kind of brilliant technique to it. It's just a matter of what you got to watch for, huh? Yeah. How are things going otherwise? Let's see. Ray says, I have some leftover A2 cotton to play around. Nice. I had to scoot my loom into the bedroom to make space for my emergency foster kitten. Oh, but he just went home, so I have the space back. Ray, how often do you foster kittens? That's awesome. Okay, back to mug rugs with Maureen. She says, I'm starting with 6x6. I inherited some wool that I'm using. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's my question. If you're doing a mug rug, does it have to be certain fibers or can it be anything? And is it one of those that have to be, I would think wool isn't great if it's washed. I'm very curious because I'll be honest, I've never done mug rugs. I've never, not intentionally, like, listen to me. I've never accidentally done mug rugs either. Okay, that's funny. But there are times when I only have so much left. I'm like, it could be a coaster or a mug rug. That's by the way, those are interchangeable. Coaster, mug rug. I had never heard mug rug before I became a weaver, and I was like, oh, that's clever. That's yeah. I like it. I like a little rhyming. That's good. Sam says 2 purples with black and white contrast stripe. Sam, that's going to be striking. Very excited about that. Sue Ann is working on a 4-shaft twill shawl in tencel. Tencel is not my favorite, but so far so good. It'll be shiny. It'll be shiny and bright. That sounds lovely. Dawn says I need to get the loom dressed for the weave along. Excellent. Dish towels on the table loom and playing with a supplemental warp project on the ridge heddle off work tomorrow. So I expect I'll be excellent. You'll be doing some shadow weave. I like it. That is awesome. Carrie, I love this. I think this is like a thing here just in the States. A mug rug is a coaster. It is, imagine like, okay, it's a fabric coaster like this, like, coaster you put like a drink on, right? But imagine it's usually square, might have some fringe, but it's just fabric. It's just it's a rug for your mug. That's what it is, Carrie. Yes, I know. What do you guys call it there? Yeah. Sue Ann says a mug rug is a coaster. Yes. Mm-hmm. Carrie, what do you call it there in Spain? What's the word there? Ray says my house is 90% animals. I love it. I work as a volunteer for a small animal rescue and manage the medical fostering for the kitten, guinea pig, rabbit groups. Ray, that sounds like a very fun house you live in. That is awesome. I love that. Gemma says my flow has the yarns on the loom next. I need to get the heddles done in the next 2 days. Gemma, did I say, do you have a show coming up? Is that right? Was that you, my friend? Connie says she's nearly done with Thanksgiving napkins on Cherry. I love Connie has names for her looms. I love that. Black Bess has at least 2 more towels on her. Ilya's crying because the Christmas towels aren't threaded yet. Aw, poor Ilya. Oh, wait. Matilda has curtains that are going slow. And on Kelda, I took off the messy washcloth and I'm going great guns on the rest of the weave along towels. That is fantastic. Okay, wait, Connie, you have how many? Is that 7 looms? Ray says we have those here, but I've never heard it called that. It's a very cute name. Yeah. Oh no, Dawn Miller. Oh, work. All right, we'll see you soon, my friend. Don't work too hard. Okay, Gemma says she calls it a mug rug, but coasters work too. Lillian says I like mug rug a little bigger. Okay, so a mug and a small plate for a snack. Ooh, so somewhere kind of in between a coaster and a placemat. Is that right? There we go. Coaster in Spain. If we use them, are they anti-coaster in Spain? What an interesting fact that is. Ha! All right. Gemma says yes. Her studio has a show on the 2nd, 3rd of November. Gemma, that's fantastic. How fun. Tamsin says, I'm still in Rugland. No weave along for me this year. Tamsin, no worries. I know the timing sometimes can be a little off, but I wish you lots of luck with the rugs because, yeah, we'll see. Connie says she has 4 harness looms. Is that Brit Marie or Bert Marie has napkins too? That's awesome. How fun. That is fantastic. So I'm going to take a swig. I have my 2 current projects. The table loom, as you caught, has pinwheels on it. Did you see this week's episode of A Handwoven Experience? It's all about pinwheels. And I had a quick conversation with Jody about pinwheels, and she was saying that she didn't realize you could do pinwheels on less than 8 shafts. That was just an 8 shaft pattern. And if you've ever seen a pinwheel pattern for an 8 shaft, it has more of like a curly cue on each kind of point of, so it has a much more detailed kind of look to it. But heck yeah, you can do it on a 4 shaft. You can do all the things on the 4 shaft, and it is really fun. And I love the fact that it's kind of still in our color and weave umbrella, right? Because shadow weave is the same thing. It's all about where you place the colors that creates the look of the pattern. So if you haven't had a chance to go check out this week's episode of Handwoven Experience, it's we are playing with pinwheels. That is the topic. Carrie says she just has glass top tables, just wipes off easily. So what do you need a coaster for? No, there's no coasters. We don't need that. Ray says I'm very into cookies this year. I think some large Lillian mug rugs will be in order. Heck yeah, absolutely. I think I like that. We need to have some kind of a conversation about mug rugs, it sounds like, because it is a very interesting topic. And talk about a nice little gift that you can make for someone. Just a little stack of coasters. But I'll be honest, like I said, I've never really got into the mug rug trend. So I need to know sizes. I need to know fibers. Is there a consistency? Does it have to be squishy enough? I don't know. You let me know. I'm so curious. Let's see. Gemma says, sorry, back to Connie. Connie says, Bert, named after my Norwegian great grandmother. What a great name. I love that. Gemma says she's using a pin loom for, that's perfect for that. That's perfect for that. I pick up a little loom with a cradle on Saturday so I can do mug rugs while in Canada. That's awesome. Yes. Fantastic. Yeah, mug rugs. I have to explore that. Let me know your preference for what goes into a good mug rug, because sometimes we need to know that. Okay, let's talk about. I have some crackle on the floor loom we're going to talk about today. So I'm going to take a swig and then we're going to get to it. Okay. Oof, I just knocked that knee right there, right on the loom. Okay. Let me see if I can tilt you so you can see what is happening. Okay, so let me tell you the backstory so far. So I wanted to play with crackle. I believe it was my friend Gemma who recommended that I do crackle. And I'll be honest, I've done like a touch, like as part of a sampler, I did a little bit of crackle, but I'm like, okay, let's do a little deep dive into crackle. I don't know much about it. Let's find out. So I went through and I started to look for crackle patterns. And it took me a while to find one that kind of spoke to me, but the sucker was huge. Let me show you here we go. This is just part of the threading, you guys. Look at this. It's a mess. It is ginormous. It's a ginormous, the threading, the repeat, the treadling, all the things. It's all crazy. So I was very patient and I did all of the threading to set up my loom, and I did one repeat going through all the treadles. Okay, let me show you this. Here's the background. Okay, so I knew it was big. Like there was a lot, just a lot happening with the treadles, and everything was what do I want to say? You didn't repeat anything. Like you were constantly moving between all the shafts. So here's what I had to do. I had to break it down. So this is my first page. And by the way, I noted it by this is 4 picks. This is this is picks 5 through 8. This is picks 9 through 12. Whatever. Are you ready? So then there's this page, and then there's this. No, sorry, that's the back. Sorry, this is page 2, and then this is page 3. Okay. For me to go through one full kind of doing the treadling as written all the way through was 14 inches of this fabric. And I thought, okay, no, I don't like this. It's too big. It's too big for me. And I think what's fun about weaving is that you should never be bored. If you are bored in a weaving project, that is on you, my friend. There are so many things to learn and try. You should never be bored. So here's what I've learned about myself, which you don't always know until you know, right? Who's with me? So first of all, I don't mind having a complicated threading. That's okay. I can hang with that. I don't like a crazy involved treadling. That's what I've learned, folks. Hello, my name is Chris, and I don't like a 160 pick pattern for the treadling. I don't like it. No. I like a pattern that I can memorize. I like to be able to, or visually be able to keep up with. So, by the way, this is not the pattern because, as you can imagine, I changed it because I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. And I get it if that is all right up your alley. You're like, oh, it's complicated and great. That is lovely. Yeah, I want to be able to, I want to be able to just like memorize the pattern, get it in my bones, and then just go to town. So what I did was, by the way, when it comes off, you'll be able to see it. This is the actual as written. This is the treadling down here, which I said was like 14 inches. It's long and involved, and it took me a very long time. So what I did was I sat down this morning, honestly, and I was like, well, what is each, if I lift each of the combinations, the tie-ups, what does that give me? And so I went through and I played with each of them, and then I put them together the way I want. That is the bottom line. I made my own pattern. I'm sure it's not new or original, but I like it much better than having to constantly, I mean, I had the papers like taped up everywhere, and I'm like, where am I? It's 124. What pick am I on? It's too much. It's too much, my friends. Too much for me. So that's what you learn as you're going through all of just, trying new things. You should try new things and learn more about yourself. So let's talk about crackle for just a moment. Think crackle. I think some of the kind of things that make crackle unique is that, first of all, you the threading is a series of little point twill threading. So imagine like 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Like you're always making these little kind of points in the threading, and then it could be 3, 4. Oh, sorry, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. You're constantly kind of doing these little point twill threadings, and then there's a certain specific way that you combine them all together. All that sounds very technical, I know, but all that being said, what that does for you is it gives you a threading that has very short floats, right? Think like overshot can give you really long floats. Like you've seen me with some of the overshot that I've done where I can like put a little pinky in there. Like it's just a really, like it's going over, 5, 6, 7, 8 of my warp yards. No, very big floats. Crackle gives you very short floats, like no more than 2 or 3, like really short floats. So it can be applied in different places that other, like an overshot, not so much. So it's kind of a cross between kind of summer and winter and overshot, kind of. And what I've learned, because I'm learning a lot, look at this, I'm learning so much, is that I'm kind of doing it kind of overshot style, so that I have one shuttle that is just doing plain weave, and then I have one that is doing the pattern. But you don't have to. You don't have to have one that does plain weave because the floats are so short. You could just forego that, and you could just do the pattern. Now, because of this design I'm kind of playing with, I do the same, like I'll lift 1 and 2 over and over again. So I need that for this particular pattern, but you don't have to. You don't have to. So I'm learning a lot. Let's just say that. Okay, so let me show you what it looks like from what I came up with. What I designed all by myself because I didn't like what was written. Here we go. All right, so as you do with any kind of an overshot style pattern, like I said, this is going to be plain weave, which I'll be honest is not quite plain weave. It's pretty darn close, but it's not quite. But I'm not going to worry about it. It's close enough for this kind of project. So I'm going to send this through first, and then I'm going to lift. By the way, you lift 2 shafts at a time, kind of like a 2-2 twill, right? So I'm going to lift 1 and 2 here. I'm going to send this guy through. I didn't think about the fact that I may run out of yarn. I don't have a lot of yarn on here. You know, details, my friends. So this is plain weave. Same 2 shafts, 1 and 2. We're gonna go back just like that. I'm gonna do it 2 more times. We'll see. There we go. Plain weave this way. By the way, when I do plain weave, I'm lifting 1 and 3 because that's what the treadle is on my left. I try to coordinate that, and then I do 2 and 4 because that's the treadle that's on my right. So I try to kind of rock back and forth. I don't know if that makes any sense at all, but hopefully if someone has been working with this kind of pattern, they're like, okay. All right, here we go. So that is the same one again. This is my tabby or plain weave. And this is the last time. Let me give myself a little more length there. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to throw my tabby once again. We just keep doing it. Like the tabby always leads. And then I'm going to do the next, which is shafts 2 and 3. Then I'm going to do those guys. And I've just been doing like 4 of each, just over and over again. So I'm kind of treating it really like an overshot pattern. But you don't have to with crackle, which is interesting. The articles I've read talk about the kind of crazy design options that you have, depending on how you want to treadle it, what you want to use in the weft. Like there's lots of choices. So my goal with this project then is to really play with that, to play with the size, the combination of yarns, all that kind of good stuff. So you know you'll hear more from me about the world of crackle. All right, I'm doing the same ones over and over again. Let's see. This is tabby. This is still 2 and 3. Oh, I'm gonna run out of the yarn, my friends. Okay, so then imagine I had more yarn here. I'm gonna do a little tabby here, and then I'm gonna do 3 and 4. Do I have enough to go through? Oh, I sure do. We'll do 1 more. I'll just kind of tuck it in, slide it through. There we go. And I'll carry on. That is the whole thing. That's what I'm doing for now. Can you see here? I'll lean you over. No, nobody gets seasick. Can you see? That's what I'm working on. But there's always like there's hardly any, like the floats are so small. So it creates a very different kind of effect, which I like. Still figuring that out. What was it I read that pardon me, it's a Swedish, right? Someone correct me. It's a Swedish pattern, but Mary Meg's Atwater decided it looked like the crackling. You know, like when you have like a glaze on a vintage, like a vase or a pot of some kind, the glaze kind of crackles. She thought it looked like that, so she gave us the name Crackle Weave. Right? So that is the latest, my friends. You are all up to date with all the projects going on right here. Yeah, Sam asked what defines a crackle. And that is something that that's something that I'll clarify. You know, there'll be an upcoming episode of Handwoven Experience because we need that for the library. So, yes. What else? I love the discussion about the mug rugs. That is awesome. Okay. Ray says we can imagine the thread if it runs out. Thank you. I know you guys creativity is not a problem. I love that. Yes. Yeah. Gemma says that's how I have my plain weave treadles. Oh, yeah. Awesome. I'll take credit even if you didn't, Gemma. That's yes. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Okay. At some point I'll have you pronounce it for me, Gemma, because I'm going to butcher that. But that's the word. That's the word for a crackle. Yes, I like that. Lily says, I love looking at complicated cloth. Clever you to redesign it to who you are. Thank you, Lillian. Let's see. Yeah. Mary Meg's Atwater. Yeah, she can rename things. I think Mary did. I think, yeah. Connie says, I have my tabby in the middle. Oh, tie up is right. 1, 2, 2, 3. Okay. Most people put the tabby on the ends, but I learned this way and always start from the right. Okay, awesome. Oh, that's very interesting. I like that. Sue Ann says, oh, wow. See, we'll have to get someone to pronounce it. I should just pull it up on my phone and be like, how do you pronounce this? Yes. I love that. Anyway, so it's been a good learning experience. Here's a couple things to kind of take away from just learn from me, my friends, is that you can modify things. Do not be afraid ever to modify things because there's no weaving police coming to your house unless you're in some odd situation where you were in a classroom and getting a grade. Otherwise, do not sweat it. Tweak it, change it, make it so something you enjoy because you know how weaving goes. You're going to be working on it for many hours. So you might as well make it fun and use if whatever your original plans were for the fabric, if they're not coming to fruition, don't be afraid. Modify it, tweak it, change it, whatever you got to do. Do not worry. That would be my little cheer for you is to don't be afraid to change things. This is your loom. It's your project. Do what you need to. Yeah. This public service announcement today brought to you by Acting Creative. Okay, what else do we have to talk about today? Let's see. Oh, I mentioned our handwoven experience episode all about pinwheels, which are very fun and very cute. So if you haven't tried pinwheels, it's just it's a quick little repeat. It's two colors alternating. It's a blast. Pinwheels, put it on your list. Yeah, it's very fun. If you are loving all of the things, I think I did a banner for this. Let's see here. Come join us at the Acting Creative Insiders. It's a monthly membership. We do all kinds of fun stuff over there. There's always specific weaving tips just for the members. They're almost always bloopers. Believe me, yesterday's bloopers were a thing of beauty. Let me tell you, because it's hard. It's very rare that I do one take and have one video ready to go. It's or like yesterday, there was like 8 takes. There was a lot. So there's always a kind of 5-minute update at the top of each month, so you know what's coming up with Acting Creative and what's happening here. And for the top 2 tiers, we always have a small group Zoom chat, which is a blast. We always have a good time. It's just so much fun to kind of get to see someone in person, and they can show me their work. And it's just you really get to know each other, which is just so much fun. So if you're loving all the things Acting Creative, come over and check out Acting Creative Insiders and see if that's a good fit for you. And lastly, if you have not yet signed up for the weekly love notes, this week we were talking about vintage toys. Yeah. What is it? What's it called? The lemon twirler? What's the? Yeah, lemon. That was the one that I spoke of. You know, the one that you put there's a little loop and you put your ankle in it and then it swings around as a little plastic lemon on the side. Anyways, that was part of the topic for this week's love note. But there's always a little something just for you to let you know what's coming, what kind of free things you can access, and yeah. It's a good time. Connie says, speaking of modifications, do you know that shadow weave can not be woven in twill? Oh, interesting, Connie. Look at how smart you are. Jody is all about, she's like, I'm definitely going to try some pinwheels. They're fun. They're very fun. Jody, I can send you the actual draft that I use if you'd be interested. That's no problem. Lillian, thank you. Yes, it's my pleasure, Lillian. Honestly, it is really such a delight for me. Sam says, will the Ann Dixon book be a good place to look for a pattern? For Sam, for the pinwheel, I can share. I got the pattern off of handweaving.net, and I can share it with you. It's a real easy. It's so much fun though. Sue says she loved the lemon twirler toy, right? Ooh, Maureen says I had a bellhop with a plastic bell. Yes, please. Sounds like fun. Yep. There we go. Okay. Yes, I will share. I'll find some place to share the draft I used for the pinwheels because really easy, very fun. You can modify it, whatever you got. All right, friends. This has been so much fun. You guys are the best. Yes. Gemma says it might be tight next week. Yep. Don't you worry, Gemma. You join us if you can. That's I know you have a lot of balls in the air there. So, you guys, this is so much fun. Thank you so much. It's such a valuable time. I feel like I always learn something, many things usually, and it's just so wonderful to touch base with you and find out how things are with you at your loom, what you're working on, what's going on in your life. Yes, I'll definitely share the pinwheels, Connie, for sure. Yes, yeah. Okay, I think that wraps it up. Do not forget to join me next week because the lovely Sherry Jansen is going to be here. We're going to see her space. We're going to talk to her and get to know her a little bit better because she is awesome. So next Thursday, 9:30 Central Time, do not forget to join us. And you have homework in the meantime. And your homework is, say it with me, do something creative just for you. Yes. Throw a shuttle, pet your yarn, start a project, try some shadow weave, try some crackle, whatever you got. Do a little something just for you, not for, neighbors and kids and spouses and all that. Just a little something for you. It's good for you. It's good for your soul. So do something creative just for you. Mark your calendars, and I'll meet you right back here next Thursday for more Live at the Loom. All right, everyone. Have a wonderful week, and happy weaving.